Hey guys, it's Electric Nails here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do some really cute little foils on these two nails that I already have pre-painted. So we're going to be using the angel foils that I got from this AliExpress foil package, which I have linked on my nail chat page on Facebook. And then you are going to need a foil gel of some sort. So this one I bought at Secret Nail Supply in Vancouver, but Daily Charme also has a really good one. So you're gonna need that and your foils, and you're gonna need to wipe whatever color that you chose to put as your base color. You need to wipe the dispersion layer off before starting your foils. So I'm gonna get my foils out here and get them all ready to go. As you can see, the actual foil length is a little bit shorter than these press-on nails. So I'm gonna have to kind of strategically plan where I'm gonna be placing them, because I don't wanna have a line cut off. Like if I choose the roses at the bottom, for instance, that have that line going across them, that's gonna not look so good on the entire nail. So I'll have to just kind of pick and choose what part of the design I'm using so that we can make a nice cohesive looking nail. So like on this foil especially, because the clouds, you want them to kind of be going horizontally or look at least like clouds, I wouldn't be able to flip it vertically or diagonally even. I would kind of have to choose to go horizontally. So unfortunately, again, we'll have to kind of strategically place the foils so that we can make the whole nail look nice and cohesive. So once you have those cut, you're going to take your gel foil and you are going to paint it over the entire nail. So this one that I am using, the one that I bought from Secret Nail Supplies, it says 30 seconds in the LED light on the bottle, but I think that it needs at least 60 seconds for it to work properly. And then the Daily Charm one that I have used in the past needs 30 seconds. So now I am just laying my foils onto the nail, and I'm just putting them both on just so that while I'm doing one, my finger's not wanting to stick to the foil gel on the other. But you don't need to do this on an actual person's hand, because you'd be able to kind of move the nails or fingers out of the way while you're doing it. These press-ons are just kind of tricky when you're doing these foils, unfortunately, because the glue or the foil gel is so freaking sticky that it just keeps on wanting to pull it off of the sticky tack. So this is why I've taken it off of the sticky tack and I'm doing it on my fingers so that I can give it the pressure that it needs, because you really need to push it onto that nail and push it so much so that the image transfers over like we want it to. So I'm really massaging it. I'm really focusing it around the edges, around the cuticle area, around the side walls, just to make sure that it fully comes off. And then if while you're pulling it, you realize, oh no, it did not stick to this one spot, you can just put it right back on. That's why you want to pull it nice and slowly. Put it right back on and push it onto that area where it hadn't stuck. And you should be able to get it to stick once you pay extra attention to that area. And then once you're happy with it, you can just pull it right off. And then I'm gonna move on to my next nail and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna try to keep it on this sticky tack if it'll work for me, so I can show you guys a little bit better. And I'm just, as you can see, massaging those edges, really making sure that that image has fully transferred over before I pull the entire foil off. And it should just transfer over just like so. So now I'm gonna go ahead and try to get an area of the foil, like this little angel right here, onto the tip of this nail where the design had ended because the foil wasn't long enough. And then over top of this other area on the blue angel nail, I am going to just put some more foil gel onto it, because I kind of screwed up and touched it with my fingers, so it's not as sticky as I need it to be. And then I'm gonna cure it again for 60 seconds, and then I'm gonna come in with another angel and try to get that stuck to the tip on this. The sticky tack really doesn't wanna stick today, so I'm just gonna try my best to get it on here and really push that little angel onto the nail. Sometimes if you're peeling it up and from one angle it just doesn't wanna stick, you can try peeling it from different areas. For some reason, sometimes it'll stick better that way. So if you're pulling it from the tip, pulling upwards, and it just keeps on wanting to pull the design right off and not transfer it, then try pulling from the top downwards to the tip, or from the side if that makes sense. So once that's on there, then we're gonna cover it all up with a top coat. I am using the BioChic matte top coat in this video. It cures matte, as you will soon see, just like that. And the reason that I don't normally use this is because it actually stains really easily. So I'm not a huge fan of using it on clients, but I will use this for this demonstration to use at my bottle because gel ain't cheap. So anyways, I apologize for the filming on this part of the video. It's a little bit off-centered, unfortunately, but basically when you're coming in and embellishing these nails now, I'm going to be putting pink Swarovskis onto it. I'm going to take my Schtick It gel from Ugly Duckling, and I'm going to take my gel brush, and I'm going to take just little beads of gel and place them wherever I'm going to be placing the diamond. So I'll lay it out wherever I want to be placing the diamonds, and then I'm going to get my wax pencil ready. So sometimes if it's like a little bit crusty or if it has gel on it or whatever, I like to, instead of using a pencil sharpener, because I don't always have one laying around, I'll just use my nail and kind of scrape off the sides so that it becomes waxy again and can pick up the gems nice and easily. And then I'm going to take my wax pencil and I'm going to pick up different sizes of diamonds, and I'm literally going to push them into those little beads of gel that I placed on the nail. So the goal is to place it into those beads of nails, but not just like lightly put them on top, to actually press them into that gel, because the gel is basically going to come up when you press it into it, come up around the edges, kind of like a claw on a stone, like on a setting, on a ring or something, how it kind of comes up, grabs onto the gem, and then when you cure it, it's really held in there. So I'm gonna, once I've got them all in place, I'm gonna go over one more time and really make sure that they're all pushed into that gel, and then I'm gonna cure it for 60 seconds, okay? And then for this Blue Angel nail, I am going to come in and paint clear builder gel over the entire thing, because this one I'm actually gonna be kind of encapsulating some gold embellishments into. So these ones, the reason that we don't leave them out like Swarovskis is because they actually can tarnish with time. So I like to always make sure to cover them up in top coat and secure them inside of a builder gel. And this just makes them longer lasting. It really holds them in place. It keeps them from tarnishing. And with the Swarovskis, they're actually so expensive because they've been cut and cut so precisely to have all these little facets in them, which allows them to catch the light as beautifully as they do. And to come in and cover those up with gel should be a fucking crime, because I've seen so many places use these gorgeous Swarovskis and then they just come in and top coat over top of it, and it just totally ruins the look of the gel, or sorry, of the crystal. So do not do that, please and thank you. And if you're gonna do that, don't use Swarovskis, because there's literally no point in spending that money on a Swarovski if you're gonna cover it in gel. Anyways, rant over. So I'm just taking my gel brush, and I'm actually coming in with my gel brush and picking up the different pieces and placing them onto the nail. So you can kind of fool around with this. These little gold embellishments, I think I got them all on AliExpress. And the great thing about it is that because we're going to be covering them in gel, it's okay to put one down and then realize, oh shit, I don't like where I just placed that one, and to pick it back up and put it somewhere else. With the Swarovskis, it becomes a little bit difficult because you're trying to not get any gel on top of the Swarovski. So if you're putting the Swarovski in the wrong spot and then having to pull it out of the gel and replace it, but you can imagine how much gel is kind of getting around on the Swarovski at that point and kind of ruining the look of it. But with these, we're going to be covering them in gel anyways, so you can play around with them as much as you want. So I'm just placing them all into the gel, getting them all kind of in line here, and making sure that I'm happy with their placement, and then putting it into the lamp and curing for 60 seconds. So once the embellishments have been cured in the gel for 60 seconds, you can come in and layer clear builder gel like I just did over top of all the embellishments to give them even more long-lasting effect so that they don't tarnish. or you can come in and top coat them. It's totally up to you. I always like to just make sure that things are going to last as long as possible, so I always like to do the extra layer of builder gel, cure it for another 60 seconds, and then come back in with my no wipe top coat and go over top of all of these lovely little embellishments. So if somebody wanted this kind of thing in matte, you really have two choices. You can either go through with the builder gel and encapsulate everything with the builder gel, wipe it all down, and then come through like we're about to do with this pink diamond nail, to basically you're taking your hand painting brush and painting around all the embellishments with matte top coat. Or what you can do is you can secure them like we did on these pink diamonds, with the Schtick It gel, and just set them into that, and then come around and paint like we are right now with the matte top coat around those gold embellishments. The problem with doing it that way on the gold embellishments is that they tarnish. So I like to do them covered in the builder gel so that they don't tarnish as quickly, if at all. But it is a total pain in the ass, I'm not gonna lie. Even doing this, going around all of the crystals with the matte top coat is a pain in the ass, I'm not gonna lie. However, this is why we charge for time, so that we are doing something that's a pain in the ass, but we're not hating it that much because we're still making money. So taking our detailing brush, well, you can really take anything. You can use your striper brush, you can use your detailing brush. I think I'm using the Creative Swirl brush from Magic Gel right now, and I'm just coming through with the matte top coat, and I'm literally just painting around the gems, making sure not to touch any of them. And then once I've painted all around them, then I can come in with my actual matte polish bottle applicator, whatever you want to call it, my applicator brush, and go through and fill in all these spaces. So anywhere that's not directly around those lovely crystals. So you're going to go through, and then you're going to move it around in the light to just double check to make sure that you filled everywhere, because it's easy when you're doing something like this that's so detailed to kind of forget to put the top coat in a spot, which really sucks if you do that and you cure it and then it comes out and you realize you missed a spot. One of the spots isn't matte. So just making sure that you're getting all of that, and then curing that for a full 30 seconds for these top coats. If you're using the Ugly Duckling matte, you would definitely want to be doing a full 2-minute cure to make sure it is matte as matte can be. And then there you have it. They are good to go and freaking beautiful. Thank you so much for watching today.